straight.
Am I? Because y'all are frozen on my end.
Oh
Tommy,
no, you good?
he gave you a
Huh?
take on the game. Well, I guess
Yeah,
you.
my more so take was just the Vikings actually proved me wrong because I thought they were gonna lose that game. Kirk Cousins, a dead clock can be right 3 times out of the year, I guess, because he now 3-10. Addison showed up. The secondary with the 49ers, I always talked about it, is one of those corners can be had, and they actually got to him. One more thing I gotta say about that is Bosa pulled his best Micah Parsons impersonation last night because he was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Like nowhere. So look, this defensive player of the year may be up in the AFC North. That's the only props I'm giving y'all. Y'all take that to the chat for now. You can talk
Josh,
all about you. Hey, you can talk about your Eagles right now because we
no,
about to
yeah.
roll into we about to roll right into this because after yesterday, last week there was a lot of jokes going around in the chat when y'all signed Julio Jones. He was like, y'all about to go up against one of the fastest teams, and how we go out there and sign Julio. Like, what Julio gonna do when y'all got Chase Tyreek? So he said, all right, cool. Don't worry about hamstring Julio. We gonna go out there and play the Dolphins, but I'm gonna use this as my own measuring stick to see what pieces we actually need. Because that was a genius move. Y'all went out there, beat the Dolphins, and he said, I'm gonna pick up the phone. Watch this. Hey, Tennessee, I know y'all got a 2-time all-pro safety, right? I know y'all kind of like tanking just a little bit. Gardner Minshew and the Colts, they winning some games, but the Jags got this division. Y'all might as well blow it up. And they was like, what you got, Howie? Howie was like, well, I got some pitchers. I got some picks. I got a 5th and 6th round for it. What y'all want for Bird? Buy it. I said, man, you can have buy it. Next thing you know, we're gonna send Henry out of here too. But y'all can't have him. That's too much. The league gonna be on this if y'all get Henry and Byard in one deal. And the Eagles successfully made a trade for Kevin Byard. And as the title says right here, the Byard has landed. He's now an Eagle. Kev, how you feel about this trade, man?
Man, it was surprising. I called that Howard was gonna make a move by that Tuesday. That's when we got Julio, but I knew he wasn't done. I seen him take a receiver, I knew that the secondary was a given for fact. Let's get. It
Nah,
was a given fact that it was either gonna be a corner or a safety. But actually, he did pick up a corner. Roby was a good pickup. He just happened to be injured for the Miami game, and he served us well in that Rams game when we kind of like slowed him down for the second half. Shut the car. But it's a heck of a move, bro. Our secondary has been playing patchwork. Has been patchwork all season. Like body after body been dropping.
Hold up.
I was gonna let him get his spill off, but
Oh, my bad.
nah.
Bruh. You might as well drop the whole 50 and just put it down and
No
like
bull, man.
just put it on repeat. All right,
talk
man. Shout
about
out to
this.
Ty. Ty setting the bar. That's all I'm gonna say. Is Ty set the bar for pettiness. Look, shout out to Ty with the 199 super chat. Once again, we getting paid today, y'all. Hey, Eagles
This man
fans, keep
won
coming on the
5
show.
super chats today already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talking about glitching. Hashtag Miami U was trash. Continue, Kev.
This man, yo, hold up. But now, our secondary been playing patchwork, been patchwork all season. Got the guy dropping off. Bradbury missed a game. Then Blankenship done missed 2 games. Roby missed the game now. Sidney Brown done missed about 2 or 3 games by now. Our rookie 3rd round pick, who's been promising, but he been missing games. He's finally back. Slay missed the game, which I don't think he was injured. I think Slay more so I think they honestly just rested his legs for Miami because it was gonna be a track race. It could have been a track race. So our D line been holding us down. And Byard coming from Tennessee is like with that in front of there, the way we getting pressured on the quarterback without blitzing, and we got all those people in coverage, and then you got a safety who's he's like Jenkins 2.0, if you ask me. When we picked up Malcolm Jenkins wasn't even that big of a pickup when we got him as this is, to be honest.
Nope.
So, I mean, hopefully he live up to it because, I mean, it's not a guarantee he's going to come in being like a superstar player because he still got to fit in with all these other guys and learn the system and things of that nature. But it's a heck of a pickup. And by our secondary being our so-called weakness, if it come together the way it's looking like we might end up actually being the best secondary in the field by the end of the season.
I see your manager showed up. He like, yeah, we are. We are. I see you, man. Trying to make that prime time, not like Kirk Cousins though. But for me, being a division opponent, watching the Eagles GM just keep going out there and actually making moves and saying, you know what? Oh, we need this. Let's go get it. Oh, we need that. Let's go get it. I know, again, we refer back to the chats a lot on the show, but again, we tell y'all the chats from the show. There was a start bench cut that started a debate that's still going on to this day about if Justin, and then it ended up saying if Justin Herbert was it with the Eagles, do you think they would have the same success that Jalen Hurts got? And a lot of people were going back and forth saying, you can't say that. You can't really say that because Hurts does this, Hurts does that. And I simply sat back and said, well, if y'all got the best GM in the league, he always go get people for Hurts. You don't think he would have did the same thing for Herbert? So that's why I always be like, you could put almost any one of those top 10 quarterbacks in the Philly system, and how are we gonna make it happen? Again, Blankenship, y'all always talking about how Blankenship is this, Blankenship is that. Of course, he's good, but he's not a buy it. And what way
Middle
to
Tennessee connection.
Hey, and what way to improve on a need than go get a 2-time Pro Bowler, somebody who knows how to read the Cowboys quarterback like the back of his hand. So why not do that so they could see him twice? You know what I mean? And with the front seven that y'all got, y'all been eating with your secondary banged up, like you said. So now imagine when they got time to cover, what Jalen Carlin and them gonna do. So I just say this, man. Look, hey, defensive linemen, don't worry about the tush push. Just stop them. Just make sure you can get the Eagles to get some penalties or something so they can start like at 2nd and 15, maybe a 3rd and 30, something like that. Because other than that, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day.
No, I don't see a weakness now. We came into the season worried about linebacker and safety and depth at corner. We lost our slot corner Maddox before this. He was gone. No, his backup was gone before the season started, and then he ended up being gone for the season. So we was down to our 3rd, 4th string slot. Like, who keeps the 3rd, 4th string slot? That's practice squad at this point. So you got that going on, and then boy.
Okay, I just want to let you know, Kev, there's 2 things that's going on right now. There's a new level of expectation with the Eagles, and there's a new level of expectations with Refuse to Lose. Because now if my son see that your son was sitting on the show, he gonna be like, hey, Dad, come on, man.
Come on.
We love the kids over here, but we just saying y'all setting the bar too high for us.
Yeah, way too high for us.
I got you.
Dave, how you feel?
What's not answer for him?
Dave, how you feeling?
And they
just Ski Mask Cowboy just doing what he does, man. What more did I really need to say about this, man? The Eagles go from getting AJ Brown last season, and we all know how that shook up the league. Now they're going to get a safety, knowing that they needed it at that time. And it's not just any safety. He's a former All-Pro. He's been to multiple Pro Bowls. And he's just one of the best safeties in the league now. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know that John Lynch better not be sitting there thinking that everything's fine. He need to go make a move. Can't be saying that you all in for Super Bowl and you're not making no moves when you need to. Now I know, you went and got Mooney Ward last year. You went and got Javon Hargrave. You gave Bosa his deal. You gave Debo his deal last year. Now you got to do some things to improve on that defense, as far as like safeties, and you need to help out with the offensive line as well. So, but the Eagles continue to do what they need to do. Still have the best offensive line in the league. They are now 6-1 after playing the Dolphins on Sunday night. They play the Commanders on Sunday. I'm almost certain just about every media is going to pick them to win that game on Sunday. They're prime to be number 1 seed in the NFC unless we go do something and change that. I still believe that we can be the best team in the NFC right now until proven otherwise, the Eagles. So
So
we
this
just
kind of
gotta we the league has to stop letting Howard get away with robbery.
Just let it out. Let it out.
The league gotta stop letting you get away with robbery, man. Jeez.
Yo,
This keeps happening. It happened in the draft.
the
They
most
went
dangerous.
and got Jalen Carter when the freaking Lions should have drafted him.
I was watching
Then
earlier.
as everything goes down, they went and get Nolan Smith, also from Georgia. I'm like, come on. Like,
yeah, they spent the block. They spent the block.
You got
Yes.
Kobe Dean in the third round.
Yeah. And
Jordan
then
Davis.
they got another rookie who's barely even playing right now, who I know is good, and Kylie Ringo, who also went to Georgia.
Mhm.
Like, come on. Like,
See, with that Nagobe Dean one, it was like it was cool because it was like, all right, that's the third. Okay, that first round, y'all got Jalen Carter. Then it just was like, oh, so y'all just not gonna take him? Y'all just not gonna take Nolan Smith? All right, so it just kept going. Like, so y'all not gonna do it.
If y'all didn't
Y'all
see
really not gonna do that. All right.
If y'all didn't see our live NFL draft, go look and you'll see our reactions to that. It was live, serious reactions that we couldn't believe that the Lions went and took Jahmyr Gibbs instead of Jalen Carter.
Very Parson-esque.
Let's go. But
and
let's
crazy
answer
thing
this
is they
question
traded
right
the
quick.
pick. They traded the pick.
Now I'm gonna answer the question, but I just want to say this: it's dangerous also because the Eagles haven't peaked yet. The Eagles are still trying to come up with that perfect game. We had a couple good games, but we haven't had a perfect game yet. So
we've had a perfect game.
that's how I'm saying.
Have it next week. Not have it this week, but not against the Cowboys. Do it against the Commanders and slack off the week after that. Because I need to save some grace in this chat, man. But Dave, the question was because for some reason I guess the Cowboys not in the NFC no more. But who is more built to win a Super Bowl, the Eagles or the 49ers?
I'm sticking to what I said before in the chat. I'm still saying that I believe we are the team that's built to win the Super Bowl. Now that's not to say that we don't have things to improve on. We definitely have things to improve on, but I feel like from what we have now, but what we've done in the last few years shows that we're built to go win the Super Bowl. Yes, I do know that the last time when we got there it was 2019, and yes, I know we lost to Patrick Mahomes, who's without a doubt the best quarterback in the league right now. Yeah, we were a touchdown away from really winning that game.
They know too. That's funny.
Yeah, we were a touchdown away from winning that game. But if you look at the 3 of the last 4 years, who's been in the NFC Championship game? It's been us.
True.
It's been us. So, and that's without a quote unquote franchise quarterback. And there's still. I mean, are we for certain that Brock Purdy is the franchise quarterback? He has played well throughout the season and when he came in last season, but he's had 2 back-to-back bad games. So we still got to see if he's the quarterback for the future. We don't know, but we do know that we have everything else built around him in order to have him succeed. Now we do need to improve the offensive line, but we still have Trent Williams is there. We still have George Kittle, who's been this is his 7th season, so it's not like he has. It's not like this is his 10th season. He only got a season or 2 left. He still has a couple seasons to go. We still got Deebo Samuel, who just got his contract last season. We got Brandon Ayuk, who's up for a contract coming up soon. We just had a good draft with Ronnie Bell, who's a rookie wide receiver out of Michigan. I believe he's still good enough. And then we went and got Mooney Ward, who's a young corner. Now he has been getting torched, but I believe we have everything behind him to be able to help him out with Tashawn Gibson and Talanoa Hufanga. Our defensive line is still one of the best in the league. Now, it hasn't looked that way this season, but what does history tell you? We always improve. We always make sure that we make those adjustments after the bye week, which is coming up after the next game, which is against the Bengals. So we have more than enough to be able to make it. I just think that we need to continue that and either go get a corner or an offensive lineman to help solidify this team and actually go make some moves. And Steve Wilkes has to not have that kind of game like he did last night and make adjustments. But we have the roster made for it. We just need that. We just need to make sure that we protect Purdy and not allow him to get hurt.
Okay.
For the reason you said right there in the middle, you said when Purdy came in, and I say this: without Purdy, y'all.
Without Purdy, man.
Without Purdy, we're not. This is not the conversation right now about we did this and did that. Like last year would have been the end of it if it was for Purdy, and I feel like now you got Purdy. Okay, Purdy's up, but if Purdy don't pan out, then what? You know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I guess you can say that, but
I miss more to it. I'm just that's like
they said the same thing about Jimmy G, and we didn't think Brock Purdy was going to be what he was going to be.
No, I know you didn't, but I seriously don't believe that you gonna get lucky that many times in a row. You know what I'm saying? And it's possible, but I seriously doubt it. I mean, I don't know who's behind Purdy anyway.
Do I really need to say his name?
Sam Darnold, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, okay, he's a vet, but I mean, whatever. But I say Philly.
I'm not happy about that.
I say Philly, because I mean, like we just strengthened a weakness with just one player. It really wasn't that much of a weakness because again, our defensive coordinator is showing that he could be possibly one of them ones. Like he's a lot more intelligent. Oh, I also can't leave this out. I mean, outside of the Eagles organization, it's very kept quiet that Matt Patricia is in the Eagles organization right now. And I don't know how or what stable he's putting on anything, but I'm pretty sure a lot of his expertise that he's gotten from those years in New England, that he's helping out a lot with the maneuvering of guys. Because we've not only just plugging in guys, but we've been moving guys around. You've seen Bradbury playing the slap about two and a half games, which was never thought of. It worked. We were scared. I'm like, yo, I don't know, Bradbury in the slot. Like that's you put a little shifty guy in there, it's curtains, but it worked. And it's only up from here. And we decided to finally feature AJ Brown. I guess they heard Tomo. I'm telling you, they in the chat. It's a bug in the chat. I'm telling you now, them people listening. AJ Brown again, he feasting. It's about a matter of time before.
Well, I tell you this: if it is a bug in the chat and I come up missing, y'all know who it was. It was Troy Vincent in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before Smitty get his due. Like at first it was Dallas Goddard. Like what's going on with Dallas? They wasn't targeting him. Smitty gonna get his game. If I can beat Washington, it's about time. Washington is Smitty's home. So I mean, it's about that time to get him going. And then Swift, we introduced him to the league, but then we kind of held him back. And then it's also been reports that they keep asking what are we gonna do with Penny, because they keep keeping him inactive, and they say they have a plan for him. So I'm almost for certain that, like you said, Derrick Henry. Well, I mean, once upon a time we had a guy named LeGarrette Blount who was just punishing defenses.
He gave you a shout out. So, of course, if you listening by now, this
got to be a record for the most super chat about one person.
He about to win an award with the 199 super chat. Shout out to Kevo, and he put the hashtag back together. You Miami is trash. Hashtag TK Sweets.
Well, he gave you 3 shout outs.
It's all love. It's all love. Time will get to the chat. Don't worry about it. But yeah, like so. What was that? Oh yeah, so like I say with Penny, I'm almost sure when they get to them cold winter games, we're gonna start introducing Penny. Just going Ram, just punishing defenses just to walk into the playoffs and finish close games out. We're a tough team. We can play the finesse game if you need us to. We can play like we did Miami. We made the game rough. We took a finesse fast track team and slowed them down and made them play a punisher's game. And you see, they started dropping like flies. So, I mean, it's a boxing match, and right now we winning round 8 this week. Well, I just feel like what?
Round 8. Round 8.
It's week 8, so
yeah. Come on, now, what you mean?
16
man?
Weeks though. What you watching the Ali fight?
Yeah, this old school, man. Hey, look, these old school rules.
Talk about the bye week.
It's 17 weeks.
But Philly is most definitely equipped to withstand it. Like our D line, we got a 10-man rotation. Like you never get a break. You got guys rotating in and out, whole lines coming in and out like crazy. Then you got our kind of linebackers who are rushers. So that's another extra 3 or 4. So about good 12 people coming at your quarterback all night. Pause. So But it's,
After you finish your comment here, we're gonna go to a commercial break. So go ahead.
that's cool. And I mean, it's only up. And our coach fiery. Like Sayani is he's in your face. He letting it be known that we coming and we gonna do whatever we want. It's our identity. It's Philly's world at the end of the day. It's a Philly thing. That's it. That's all.
And on that note, we're gonna do a commercial break for the folks that still want to stick around after that, man. We appreciate y'all. Don't go nowhere. We gotta ask Kevo about his Mavericks. We don't heard him spew all this Eagle talk. We finally got him on here. Hey Kev, I just want to say though, I want to tell you this. I wasn't calling you out yesterday. I was more so saying come to the show. You drop all this knowledge in the chat. We need to hear it on air.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.